Welcome to America's heartland, Bloomington, Indiana, home of the Indiana Hoosiers. Memorial Stadium will be jumping in anticipation of what we've got in store today. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And the returner will be knocked down. So Indiana's offense will get the first swing of the game. Here he comes, and obviously defense is always going to be aware of a quarterback, but boy, he finds a way to put defenses on their heels all the time, David.
I mean, what can't he do? He's got the weapons, he's got the confidence, he's got the experience. Jesse, these kind of guys are so hard to defend.
You're right. They better be able to find a way to get pressure on him, because if they don't, this is going to be a long day.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Offense set on first down. Takes a snap, wants to throw. Fires to the big fella. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
The quarterback bought as much time as he could, but the defense got to him and sacked him.
And this defense continues to bring the heat. First sack of the day, setting the tone in the first quarter. They had 5 last week, ladies and gentlemen. So this defense has...
He hurls one deep down the left side. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down. The Hoosiers decide to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Gets off his first one of the day. He was called on 5 times in the victory last week. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. The Badgers offense has its first opportunity of the day. Here are our impact players for this game, and it goes beyond executing an assignment to make an impact in the game.
Yeah, obviously we were talking to both coaching staffs this week, and we asked them who needs to step up and play well. They immediately pointed to these guys right here. They are the key for their respective teams.
Yeah, and they don't always show up in the box score, but these are the guys that are the leaders. These are the guys getting everybody organized and have to play well for their team to succeed.
They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. After the strong run on second down, third down coming. Do they do it again? Just a short pass to the tight end. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. It's Lawrence. He's right on target. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. And the Badgers are flying down the field. They're going to run it. Staying physical in the red zone as he's pulled down after picking up 3 balls at the 14. Trying to impose their will with the run. Relying on that running game inside the red zone. He picked up 3 to the 11. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Finds his big tight end. Touchdown, Badger! A great catch and run for 6. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. That drive covered 57 yards for the touchdown. And they finish it with an 11-yard touchdown dart. Here's the return from inside his 10. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here, Palmer.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
Now on second down. To the ground with the back. Smashes him with the stiff arm. What a good run there. He has enough for the first down.
Well, with the weapons this offense has, you knew it was just a matter of time in the run game before someone was going to break a long one. They'd just been running into a wall. They just couldn't seem to find their creases and get enough movement up front, but they finally got it there, picking up the first. Let's see what happens next.
And this junior quarterback shows you why the scouts love that big arm of his. And the Hoosiers with the 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. On target over the middle. And chunk plays are the name of the game. And they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. Down to the 18-yard line. It's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Drives into the defense, and they get him down after a pickup of 3 to the 16. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. The corners are walked up tight. Handoff from the gun. They make the stop, and they give up 5 yards on the run. It's down to the 11.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these 3rd downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on 2nd down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up 3rd and long, and now you're set up to fail.
That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down. We'll start this second quarter with a field goal attempt. As we come to the end of the period, Wisconsin has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. And they'll send out the field goal unit. It is perfect. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. UConn is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. These Huskies have picked themselves up before, and they're capable of it again today. They're trailing by just 4 to UTSA. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Hold it, finds his man on the left. And he runs through 1 tackle and picks up a few. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it from the gun. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you could tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
Trying to escape and get it himself. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
You see a lot of quarterbacks get in trouble when they start forcing things. He did a really good job. He wanted to throw the football. You could tell. Drops back, nothing open. It's okay. I'm just going to take off, get what I can get.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Offense gets set for second down. Trying play action. Takes a hit as he fires. And he intercepts him. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it, squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always remember your first interception. He'll always remember this moment.
Quickly complete. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down. This new Big Ten is balanced and deep, and you're not going to get many mulligans. You're going to need to get off to a quick start.
And it's going to be a physical grind ahead. You look at the schedule for these teams, it's brutal. Each and every week, you are going to get tested. So it's important they get off to a really fast start. They've got to come out, pick everything they did on the practice field this offseason, and let these guys go play.
Yeah, and you got to let it rip, man, because that's always your first goal, right? We talk about conference championships, winning your conference, and then it gets you to where you need to go. So looking forward to getting conference play kicked off in the Big Ten.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. Able to pick up a couple down to the 27.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big gain now, but down the road, third, fourth quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
To the ground to try to move the chains. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line.
Well, this offense is sending a little bit of a message here. Of course, we know how much they've struggled on third down all season long. They're just never able to seem to get into a rhythm. But after that last running play, moving the sticks, you just wonder what that does for their...
And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Indiana! He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished things up with a dart from 24 yards out. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him, maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
Might as well stick with him. They'll get him down at the 48 after the 15-yard gain. They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Lawrence. On target. And they pick up just a few on that completion. The clock is not their friend. Got to get everybody to the line quickly. On 2nd down, he's looking downfield. He's got it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Wisconsin. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're up 14-10. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the capper coming on that 48-yard touchdown dart. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. Took them a little while to settle into this game, but this offense has it going here in the 2nd quarter, Jesse.
Yeah, a little bit of a feeling out process there early, but they seem to have found something. They're going back to the well, and they need to keep that up here on this drive, Dave.
Definitely, and they get the momentum going, and once you start getting the momentum going, it's crazy what I've seen in college football. It's so hard to stop it. It takes over, and sometimes it leads to enormous swings.
Linebackers trying to create some confusion. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Complete downfield. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. The Hoosiers will snap it on 1st and 10. They're trying to get to it. He just got rid of that one to save the down. Didn't see anything he liked. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on second down. He's looking to throw. Grabbed over the middle. It's high. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. On third and short, they'll try to convert through the air. And this veteran quarterback just overshot his man that time. And the Hoosiers will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field goal.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
Looking for a man. It's Lawrence. He lofts one down the sideline. And he makes the catch inside the 20. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a first and goal from the 10. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. The Badgers will try to put one on the board on first and goal. Got it! And he was pushing for that goal line, but the D stopped him at the 2. Just enough time to get off one more snap. Power ahead. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Badger!
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
And he tacks on the extra point. So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll come out and take a knee, and that should send us to halftime. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Thanks, fellas. Looks like we've got a terrific atmosphere there in Bloomington. And we have to start this halftime breakdown by addressing the play of this elite wide receiver. This is clearly a young man who, once he's finished playing on Saturdays, he's going to be playing on Sundays. The kid has different gears. He has a knack for finding gaps in the defense. And I can't remember a college player with that kind of catch radius.
Kickoff and kickoff return teams on the field, and we're just about ready to go in the second half. He's going to try his luck from the end zone. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. First play from scrimmage, and they'll keep it on the ground. Works his way ahead for 3. They'll spot it at the 18.
Small gain, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
They'll go to the ground. They stop him after a 6-yard run out to the 24.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain.
Nothing but green ahead. He's at the 30. The 10. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Wisconsin. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6.
This quarterback is so good at creating. When plays break down, when things aren't perfect, he has the ability to buy time, use his athleticism, and torch a defense, and he did it right there with his legs.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Memphis is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage to this point. But you take a look at the scoreboard, and you see we have ourselves a tight game. They're up by 4 over UAB. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Got it across the 20 and out to the 23, a pickup of 4. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. He'll do it himself. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27.
When you're a defensive guy and you want to fire in, you want to go hit the quarterback, but you know if I fire in, he's just going to give the football up. You got to be patient. You got to understand what your responsibility is. Then you see when he keeps the football, you got to go tag him. And the problem is these guys are such good athletes. They're so hard to catch once they do pull the football. But it's kind of like the hidden hat trick. You know, where's the ball? It's underneath this one. No, I picked this one up. No, it's gone. It's underneath this one. Nope, there it is. It's gone.
Bringing it back, it's Murphy. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
This offense has a 2nd down play. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. Getting some heat. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. And the Badgers will call on their punt team. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3 and out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. He wants to throw. Finds a soft spot in the middle. And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the first down.
How about the speed and athleticism in the back end of this defense? They came after the tight end with conviction, and they land a huge hit to prevent him from getting the first.
And the defense snows him under after a very short game.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. The Hoosiers are on the move. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Hoosiers! Got to start cutting into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they have enough time?
But that's step one. You got to get that first score. You got to get back in the ball game and get some of that momentum back on your side. You still got more work to do, but step one accomplished.
Fair catch, called for and made. The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. They still have the lead here, Jesse, but this would be a good time to put together a drive.
You're right, Reese. You can't rest easy right now. You just watch the opponent drive down the field and score a touchdown of their own, so you've got to answer that here. Your playmakers better step up.
And I don't know what it is about momentum. In all the locker rooms and all the years, coaching, everything, you can't quantify it, you can't measure it. And the momentum has swung to the other side. You got to get it back.
False start on offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Line getting set on second down. Quick release by the QB. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds. The Badgers want to move quickly. To the air. It's Lawrence. Pressure coming. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes. And here comes the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on, now I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
As we come to the end of the period, Wisconsin has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. This defense will try to force a fourth down on 3rd and short from the 45. Trying to pick it up on the ground. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
Yeah, and this offense, listen, we're in warp speed, right? We got to score a bunch of points here. We're down. We're trailing. We got to go fast, but we also got to get first downs. And that's a nice job sneaking in the run, getting the first down, and now we crank the tempo back up.
And a quick completion, an even quicker loss. The defense was right there to knock him down. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. He looks that one in nicely. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. They have work in front of them on 3rd and short from the 42. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35.
Well, the good news is you got the first down running it there on 2nd and short, but the bad news is you're down by quite a bit here in the 4th quarter, and 2, 3, 4-yard gains aren't going to get it done. You've got to start chucking this thing vertically to get back in the game.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And the defense loves being in this type of situation, right? You've got a big lead. It's in the 4th quarter. You know the opponent's going to be throwing the football, so you get your best pass rushers coming off the edge, using that speed, dipping and ripping, getting to the quarterback for another big play.
Got his man downfield. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. They absolutely had to have that 3rd down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get the 3rd down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
Honestly, it just looks like the defense has better players on the field, and that's really demonstrated itself throughout the course of the game. They've got more speed. They've been able to shut this offense down in every possible way, and even on that last one, not letting them get out of bounds. You got to be impressed with what you've seen by this defense.
And the Hoosiers want to pick up the tempo. On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. And that one is picked up in the end zone. And the offense makes the tackle in frustration after the interception. Drive comes up empty, and it's a turnover. Line gets set, 1st down. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. 6-yard pickup on first down leaves him with 2nd and 4. Here's a quick throw out to the left. At midfield, he's got room. Oh, look out. Touchdown, Badger. And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
On 2nd down, he'll fire. It's complete. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. Just nosing into enemy territory at the 49. It's 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Steps away. The quarterback scrambled around, but the defense able to scramble him and turn it into a sack.
And how about the complimentary football? This defense getting another sack. They've already got an interception. Offense has played great. Both sides of the football together dominating this football.
They get him down after he makes a catch. 3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. What a snag by the defense. Going the other way, and he's got room. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession. And now the offense will come onto the field again. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Smashes through. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. 2nd down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. Ball is at the 42-yard line, close to 4-down territory. Here's 3rd and short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the 1st down.
And, David, how demoralizing does it have to be for a defense when you know they're going to run it, everyone in the stadium knows they're going to run it, and still you cannot stop it?
There's nothing more demoralizing as a defensive lineman because it ticks you off. It gets in your head. You know that guy's going to come off and smack you, and you got to do something about it. I think the defense maybe time to start committing more guys to stopping that run, not worrying about the pass as much.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make...
And the quarterback is snowed under.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys into coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. And the punt will hit at the 7, and they can't corral it. It goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. It has been a rather forgettable day that's finally coming to a close, David.
Yeah, it's been an awful day.
And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Wisconsin. That one ought to give them firm control of this game, and they have gotten things going here, about to move to 4-1. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Looking for blockers. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook a little.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'd be a quick film session because there was more negatives than positives. But when you look at this week you've got a week to figure it out, figure out what your offense is going to be moving forward.
Catch in the middle. It's high. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36. Timeout is called, and the clock is down to 8. That kind of play will put a jolt into a drive. It's 1st and 10 from just inside the 40. He's looking to throw it. Deep shot for the end zone. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. And he's going to go down as time has run out. They won the game today. That's 2 in a row. If they win the next one, it's called a winning streak. It's been done before.
And we're seeing the identity of this team come into fruition. You just get the sense they're finding out who they are, what they're about, what they're going to do schematically, and who their big playmakers are.
Which is tough to do, right? It's tough to grow throughout a season and understand who you are.